Hey friends, it's Melanie. I am coming to you from fairystampland.com. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And I just finished filming the part 1 of Coloring Marcy. This is a image from La La Land Crafts, their monthly club kit for August 2018. I had, in the first video, I colored her skin. And then I started coloring her hair just a moment ago. And I thought to myself, why don't I just turn the camera back on and do a part 2? So here I am. And I have put down, I'll go over it again so you can see it. But I have put down E41. And I've got E42 and E43 currently. But I have put down E41 already, which is my lightest color. So this is going to be the highlight color. And I like to go in and just kind of get a feel for where the shadows are going to end up being. Because if the sun is hitting, the curves here are going to be lighter. They're going to have sun shining on them. And then towards the part and towards behind where they tuck stuff, the hair, you know, back behind the headband here, that's going to have a dark shadow. Just like on our face, we had the cast shadows behind the hair. Well, if the hair is in front of more hair, then you're going to have those shadows back behind. Anything that's behind something else is going to have a shadow. So I had already started this before I turned the camera on, but I'm going to go just show you what I did. I'll just be real light here. So I just kind of went in where, and I'm kind of doing streaks. I'm not wanting it to blend. I'm wanting it to have space between each of the hairs so that when the other colors come in, there's room for them. So we're, you know, leaving those humps. I guess the mountains have sun hitting them, and where it goes into a valley, which is tucked behind the rest of her hair, the valleys have the shadows. So this is what's called mapping your shadows. And I do it with the lightest color so that I can always change it. Like at this point, if I look at it and I'm like, you know what, I don't want my highlight to be this light, I could change it. And it wouldn't matter because I was going darker. So that was E41. And I haven't done the skin color combo in quite a while, so we'll both see how it's going to turn out. This is the next darkest. I'm not going to go as far out as I did before, but I'm also going to try to keep those strands, you know, going in the direction of the actual curve of the hair. Here again, this is a valley. It's going to be darker. This is a valley. And then where the part goes in is a valley here too, if you think about your part and your hair. And this is a valley. The tips of the hair always have a tiny bit of shadow on them also. When I colored her before, these little curls right here, I got heavy-handed. And I do, from time to time, I will try to go the direction of the hair, but, you know, sometimes it may not go exactly as planned. So that is okay. Do not feel like it's wrong. It is okay. This is how we learn. And this is all dark back in here because it's back behind everything. And her ponytail's adorable. I am really loving this Marcy. And you're going to have a shadow here because of the clothing. Okay, I think you're going to have one all along the headband too. Try not to be too heavy-handed there. But that hair is tucked behind that headband, isn't it? What color should the headband be? I like to choose my colors based on my paper. So for instance, this card, which I released earlier, I picked out this plaid and the dark blue before I started coloring. So then I went and started coloring her with the paper sitting in front of me. Same with this one here. This one here, I had this focal paper picked out. I knew exactly I was going to match that. And so like she's dressed so that she matches her background. And I just like doing that. I think the coordination comes together. This here is the paper I'm thinking of using on this one. I may change my mind, but as of right now, the fruit, the stripes, that's what I'm envisioning at the moment. So when I go to do her clothing, which I may do in a third video, when I go to do her clothing, I'll be picking from these colors. I'll match my Copics to it. Okay, so let's do one step darker. This is E43. Now I am just starting with YouTube videos, so I have a lot to learn, and I know this. So be gentle with me. Here again, where am I at? I'm at the valleys. Valleys. You're going to be saying that in your dreams. I got to color the valleys. And you notice this is still darker. And this is actually going to have some hairs back here, because that's still behind that. You can always add more. It's hard to take it away. We can take some of it away, but just remember, you can always go back in and add more. Do I want to go darker is the question now. Do I want her to have this ashy blonde hair? I have to put my papers up to her again and see what she looks like with it on it. I don't think there's any browns or anything in the paper. Okay, so let's see. I think we've added it everywhere. I've been talking, so I'm easily distracted. All right, so I am going, that was my darkest at E43. Do we want a darker marker? E44 would be the next darkest, and that's pretty dark. I think I will go in just in the valleys, nowhere else. Let's see. So let's see if I can keep to that. See if you're really light with your strokes. And I still have a lot to learn with hair. I am by far an expert at this, but I enjoy it and I love it. And if you can just take one tip away today, then it's worth the time, isn't it? I'd love for you to hit the subscribe button since I'm brand new and I need some peeps. Hit the subscribe, and I think there's a little, what is there, a little bell or something to get an email. I get some of those from my favorite peeps because I don't want to miss a video. But hey, just the subscribing is happy for me because that'll give me some peeps. You also can find me online at melaniestamps.com. And my blog for this card will be on fairystampland.com. Two separate blogs. One is for Stampin' Up samples, and the other is for my artistic cards. I know I said I was just going to do it in the valleys, didn't I? Oh! Well, phooey. I had to talk about blobs, didn't I? Now, that being said, let's see what happens. Let's turn this into a learning experience. This is, let me get a piece of paper. Hold on. This is the ink lifter. Look, it's pushing it into the skin even. This will not be completely fixable, peeps, but I will see what happens. When you do this and you have paper underneath, it pushes the ink through the paper and into your piece underneath. So let's work at this a little bit and see what happens. I'm going to try to push it in the direction. Okay, let's let it dry a little bit. This is so funny. Oh my goodness, no it's not. But what do you do in a situation like this? Do you stop your recording and start all over? I don't know. You tell me. Maybe it's a hot mess back here, isn't it? Look at that. That's okay, though. We just don't want it here. Let me pull my skin color in. See, I'm showing you how to fix or attempt to fix a boo-boo. This is my E000. See, if I push this, will it take any of that away? Sometimes it will, remember I talked about desaturation? That's what you're wanting right now because you're wanting to push that color through to the back side. I don't think there's any fix in this, folks. Let me dry a little bit. Trying to get it off the hand because it seeped into the arm. And I don't think this is going to be recoverable. But at least this shows you how to use your zero. It's actually called a colorless blender. I think I called it a blender pen or something earlier. Stampin' Up! Also has a line of alcohol markers. They're relatively new, and theirs is called the colorless blender, I think. Or that's probably where I'm getting that from. It actually is going through, isn't it? Now, the question is, isn't that neat the way that pushes that through there? I'm not sure if you can see that or not. I'm not going to worry about this too much on the clothes because that would have a darker color over it. We'll make sure of that. I can see it now if I publish this. All my little thumbs downs will be there. But, you know, if I was to publish this, if I can fix it, it would be pretty cool. it would teach people how to use their colorless blender. Okay, we gotta let her dry a little bit. So I am going to go back to coloring. Now, let me show you something. This is the evil marker that just did that. And I think I'm gonna hold off using it anymore right this second. But to help with that from happening, you can take your marker and take off both sides of the marker and let it sit. Just let it sit somewhere. I'll put it off camera there and let it sit. And that helps equalize the color on the inside, the ink. So let's see what hair color we're going to do. 41, 42. And where's 43? There it is. Go ahead, move this now. Well, let me keep it on there just in case it's still soaking. Okay, so we just did the darkest. So I'm going to just pull that out a little bit. Now this is a La La Land craft stamp. It's exclusive to their card kit or club kit. Y'all saw that, didn't you? I went towards the area of incident. Okay, and then we've got the lightest one here. Okay, now, do I have the guts to go back into this area? That is the question. See, this is a very wet marker. We don't want it doing that. We do have the end off. People are like, what are you doing? Is it going to happen again? Let's hope not. Okay. I think if it does, I'm not airing this. So if you see it and it's aired, then you know that we survived it. But you know, this is a really good learning experience, even if the whole image is not used. And I don't know yet. The jury's still out. So I kind of like her though. What do you think? Too much? Maybe. But that's okay. I think we're good. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what happens. So I'm going to do a little bit more here. This is 43. It's not our evil one. That doesn't mean it couldn't be evil, but they almost look like angel wings, her hair. But you know, the hair is the reason I love this kit so much this month. Well, her clothes are adorable too. But on this one, when I colored her, the bottom curls right here drove me nuts. But I just kept working them and kept working them. And eventually I was able to get happy about it. But there for a little while, I was thinking she was going to end up in the bin. And believe it or not, she's my favorite one this month. So, you never know. Okay, so this is 43. I was just trying to soften out those dark areas. 42. We're almost done, folks. I promise. We do have a really good gradient. And the only thing I think I need to do is take this evil marker one last time. Be nice. I took off the other part too. All I'm going to do is go in, making sure it's not about to leak. I'm just going to darken these really dark little areas. I think that's it. What you think? Why am I whispering? I don't know. Okay. That's it, folks. Here's a close-up. Now, there's one little thing that I think we should do, and that is to try to fix that hand. If we can fix that hand, she'll be savable. So my skin colors, if you saw the previous video, are E000, E00, E11, and E21. Okay, so I've got those all right here. And I am going to just pretend this was not colored previously. I'm going to do the lightest first. E00. Where's my blender pen? This is 00, E00. That's where the shadows are going to be. E11. E21. E11 is actually the darkest. E21 spreads out E11 a little bit. Look, she looks like she's an orange arm. Okay, then E00. And 000. I do think the other arm needs to be darker. But I think what I'm going to wait to do is let that dry and then color close. And then we'll see what her arm looks like. And is she savable? We can't throw her away. We got to fix her. So considering that big huge splotch was there, actually you can't even tell it was in the hair. It was actually dropped right in here. And the only reason we had trouble here is because when I started using the colorless blender to erase it, it pushed the ink into the hand. So that was actually my fault. I should have been pushing it away. So live and learn. That's how we learn. Practice, practice, practice. So till the next time, talk to you soon. Bye.